Hey guys, how are you? Welcome into a Sunday morning edition of the Daily Juice podcast with me, Matt Perrault, every single morning. New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, whatever. We're always here thanks to our friends at BettingPros. If you guys ever do not get the podcast where you get your audio podcasts, it's always posted on bettingpros.com. We have not talked about that for a little while. You can always do that. YouTube for the video, BetMGM for the offer, $10 bet to win $150. Any new account, $150 in your account with a new sign up using that promo code JUICE150 at BetMGM, BetMGM.com, or wherever BetMGM is located for you guys. $10 bet to win that $150 free wagers from BetMGM with the promo code JUICE150. Okay, lots and lots to get to here on a Sunday. Remember about the live stream coming up with Dan Harris and myself. That'll be 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time as we go through all the player props and the Wong teaser, which is now 11-4 on the year. We've been very good with the Wong teaser on that live stream. Extremely profitable. So if you haven't watched it yet, do it. Betting Pros YouTube channel for Dan Harris and myself. We'll talk about that. I've got 2 one-unit plays and one-unit teaser to give you guys coming here, and the podcast picks are on a 21-7-1 run, okay? We're doing really well. We haven't lost a bet in 2022. We are undefeated this year after a 4-0-1 mark yesterday. The only thing we got wrong was that Kentucky game on a push. They won by 3, beating Iowa. Everything else came in beautifully. The Utah +4. Look, I'm not going to lie. I have no idea what Utah was doing. I have no idea what Kyle Whittingham was doing. Did he have the points? I mean, like what? No timeouts. Beyond odd as to what was going on with that. And then the mere fact that Ohio State kicked it and not going to punch it in for a touchdown. Equally, like, wait, wow. The +4 comes in. The under easy comes in for us on that. That was nice. I had a ton of things live that came in. I took Ohio State -2.5 live. They won by 3. I took the over 28 for the game live. That pushed with a 21-7 final. I took Baylor -3.5 live. 7-2-2-1 day for me overall. And I posted every pick on the Discord channel, okay? On holiday weekends, I just have some extra time. Like, it's been... my wife's been sick, not with COVID, but she's just been sick. We've had a bug. I probably can hear it in my voice. I have a cold. My daughter was sick before that. She was tested negative for COVID. My wife tested negative for COVID. So this is not a COVID illness, but it's the winter time and, gross crap is going around, unfortunately. But, we're just at the house and we've been at the house for a while. So I've been on my phone more than normal and having more time to I'm out and about doing stuff with the kid and whatnot. So I've had a chance to post a bunch of stuff. And this weekend I posted a ton of plays over yesterday, the day before, and I'll try to do that again today here on a Sunday if I can. But very good weekend, very good run, and the only 2 bets I got wrong was an Baylor and Utah moneyline parlay, which could have hit. That was a bummer. That was a huge. It was a 5-1. I think it was 500 plus 500 plus 400, somewhere in that range for that 4-1, 5-1 that didn't come in. And then I played the under for the Winter Classic because it was -9 degrees. I mean, I thought, my gosh, who's going to be able to handle the puck? Who wants to play in that? And really what ended up happening is that nobody wanted to block shots. So no one was going to get hit with a puck, not -9 temperature. So a lot of goals were scored in that game. So flew over 6, just like cruised. It was juiced to the under at -120. So those are the 2 bets I got wrong. We pushed on Kentucky. We pushed on the live over for the Sugar Bowl at 28, but everything else came in, middled the Rose Bowl, which is really nice. Got Baylor right live, and it was just a really good day. So let's get to the picks today. I am due to cool off, okay? Fair warning, okay? When I'm 21-7-1, 4-0-1 yesterday, what did we go? We went 2-1 the day before that. Just heads up. Just be careful as I am bound to cool down here. But the pod ended 2021 on a hot streak. We continue that here into 2022. So 2 one-unit straight bets to give you. Let's start talking about Cincinnati and Kansas City. Okay, I talked about this on the Discord channel already at +4.5 for Cincy. The number is +4. I still like it at +4. I don't like it at 3.5, and I don't like it at 3. I like it at 3. I like it. Well, I don't hate it at 3.5, but 4 is the number, okay? I bet plus 4.5. I talked about it. You guys hopefully grabbed it. If it's out there, grab it. Plus 4.5 will be the play. I don't mind 4 though. KC at Cincinnati. KC's 8-7 to the number. They are on a red hot streak of 6 consecutive covers. Red hot. Cincy, 8-7 to the number. They are 3-5 at home, but they've covered their last 2 games, including a 20-point win over Baltimore and a 5-point win as 3-point dogs up against Denver. Okay, this game means a ton to both these teams. KC trying to win the 1 seed, Cincinnati trying to wrap up the division. This is a big game for Cincinnati. It's also a big game for Joe Burrow and company. This is an opportunity for them to state that they are a legitimate contender here in the AFC. I know Dan Harris, and Dan and I will talk about this a lot. I'm assuming Dan's going to be on Kansas City, which I'm fine with, okay? A lot of people have been hating on hating on Cincinnati, and this is a prime opportunity to expose Cincy and say, I hate Zach Taylor, okay? But I like his team a lot, and I like Joe Burrow a lot. I like his wide receivers a lot. This team is scoring 27 points per game. That's the same amount of points, basically, as the Chiefs, who score 28 points per game. The Chiefs are giving up 20 points per game. Cincy's giving up 21 points per game. They're very similar teams on paper here, okay? Talk about an offense here for Cincinnati, 4 yards per rush. Casey's giving up 4.7 yards per rush. Joe Mixon props. Hello, Joe Mixon. Zip. I like Joe Mixon to run the football well here for the Bengals. Passing, Cincinnati, 8 yards of pass play. That's number 2 against a pass defense that on paper is not that great. Casey's defense has been improving, but they still give up 6.8 yards per pass play. That's 20th in the NFL. They give up 245 yards passing per game. That's 25th in the NFL. 259-yard passing per game for Cincinnati. Look, I know what the Chiefs do, okay? 285 passing, 7.2 yards per pass play. It's Patrick Mahomes. I understand all that, okay? But you got guys coming off the COVID list who had COVID, and sometimes the game after they come off the COVID list, sometimes they're not fully there with the wind, and sometimes if they had symptoms, we don't really know what these guys go through, but sometimes guys come back after COVID and they're not that sharp. They're just not on point as to what they should be. You've got a defense here that I think is better than people think. It's tough to run on these guys. No Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's out for this game, okay? I think that's a big deal, all right? When he was out, when they had their real trouble, it was when he was out. Now, it's a shoulder collarbone injury for him, but I think it's a big deal. I mean, Tyrann Mathieu is probable with a quad injury. He should go in this game, but if he doesn't go, that questionable secondary is even more vulnerable. I just think when you look at the way that Chiefs played and when they were without him, that was the Tennessee, the Giants, Green Bay, games they weren't covering. Then they got him back, and they've covered all these games. Raiders, Dallas, Denver, Raiders, Chargers, Pittsburgh, okay? But Dallas is the most impressive performance at home by beating them by 10 points and winning that and covering that 2.5-point line. But Dallas on the road is different than Dallas at home. Vegas, well, the Chiefs own the Raiders. We know that. Chargers are wishy-washy at best. Denver stinks and Pittsburgh stinks, okay? I think Cincy's peaking. I think they're coming into their own. I got plus 4.5. I like the Bengals at home, plus 4.5 here. Casey wins the game by 3. Cincy covers. Give me the 4.5 for the Bengals against the KC Chiefs here. Great game. 1 unit. Cincinnati plus 4.5. Second game. Miami at Tennessee. Number was 3.5. Now 3 plastered. It's 3 everywhere. I don't think we're coming off 3. I don't think we're going below 3, so I feel comfortable telling you guys just to lay the 3 points here. Maybe it's a push situation. Maybe you get 2.5. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Miami money pours in and keeps on pouring in. But look it, Titans are 10-5 to the number. Titans are 7-3 over their last 10 to the number. Miami's 8-7. Okay, and Miami has covered. 10-5 overall. Excuse me. This is straight up. Tennessee 10-5. Miami 8-7. They are 7-3 over the last 10. Same with Miami. Miami has won 7 straight games. Everyone's going gaga over the Miami Dolphins. But here's the thing about the Miami Dolphins. Let's talk about those 7 wins. Houston, Baltimore, Jets, Panthers, Giants, Jets, Saints. Do you know what the common thread there is on all those teams? Their quarterbacks suck. And I mean suck. Ian Book and Mike Glennon and just awful quarterback play all over the place. Yes, against Baltimore, impressive. Lamar Jackson. But that's it. Okay, and that was a home game, and, they were really banged up. And they still are really banged up, but nah, I'm not buying this. Titans at home are a good team. They're 6-2 straight up at home, okay? Against the spread this season, Titans are 9-6. Titans at home are 5-3 against the number. Miami is on the road 4-2-1, 8-6-1 overall. They've covered of the 7 wins, they've covered in all but 1. They laid 10 against the Jets, and they won by 7, okay? Look I'm not a big fan of Tua. I think the running game comes in here for this Titans team. Titans are in a battle here to win the division and to get the best seed possible. I just think this defense for Miami is a little bit overrated, okay? 4.3 yards per rush for Tennessee, but 4.3 yards per rush for Miami given up. Miami gives up over 100 yards per game on the ground, 102. They give up 234 yards passing, and I think A.J. Brown has a game, okay? A.J. Brown props, Joe Mixon props, A.J. Brown props. We're talking about them coming up here on the live stream with Dan Harris and myself, like I mentioned, at 11 a.m. Eastern time. I'm going to lay the 3 points. Tennessee at home, small favorite. I think people bet Miami simply because of the number, 3.5, okay? And I think the books aren't going to go to 2.5 because the pros will come in on the Titans heavy, okay? 3 is the number. I think it stays there. I'm going to jump on it. -3, Titans at home. The winning streak for the Dolphins ends. I think the Dolphins are going to lose out. I think they're going to lose against the Titans here on the road and against the Patriots coming up at home next week. But I think it's been a fun run, but I think Miami gets exposed a little bit here as to they're taking on a real playoff team in the Titans. I think A.J. Brown and Ryan Tannehill, they both connect. Big game for them. Titans win. Titans stop the winning streak. Miami loses. Lay the 3 points. 1 unit. Titans -3. Okay, let's talk about a teaser. And the number I got for Arizona and Dallas was 6.5. It currently is still 6.5. Do you like the Arizona Cardinals to win the game straight up? Forget the number. Can Arizona win this game? Arizona has lost 3 games in a row. They are much better on the road than they are at home. Way better. 2-5 at home, 7-1 on the road, straight up. And ATS, really. They've been tremendous away from home. And so this team for Dallas, 6-2 straight up at home. Dallas has won 4 games in a row. Dallas has been very good against the conference. 9-1 straight up against the NFC. Arizona, 6-4 straight up. They're reeling. So going on the road is a perfect remedy for them, except they're playing against Dak Prescott at home, and Dak Prescott's numbers at home are ridiculous. I don't think Arizona wins this game. I think Dallas wins this game. I'm going to pull Dallas down from 6.5 down to 6. Sorry, half a point. Sorry, down to half a point. Dallas just to win this game. 6-point teaser. Dallas 0.5. Lay it. Win the game. Dallas covers this leg. I just think that the offense for Dak and company, they're playing at such an elite level. And I know a popular fade would be for a team that comes off an incredible win, 56-14 the week before, that say fade it because they're going to come back down. But I mean, I don't know, man. Indianapolis, like they lost to Detroit on the road in their last road game. So like all that Arizona magic on the road just fell apart. I think the team's falling apart. I think Kingsbury's falling apart. I like that Dallas defense right now at home. Not so much on the road, but at home, I like them just to win. First leg of the teaser, Dallas pull 6.5 down to 0.5 point. Second leg, Las Vegas at Indianapolis. Number has been all over the place. Got as high as 9, got as low as 2.5. Now that Carson Wentz is going to play, and he's going to play, don't tell me Carson Wentz has to pull protocols. If you get up this morning and Carson Wentz has failed protocols, get out of this bet, okay? I don't know our way to make this play. I've already made it based upon Carson Wentz playing, okay? The number I got was 8.5. There's been some buyback a little bit. 8.5 is where you'll see it. But I'm going to take this and pull this down below 7, below 3. Indianapolis just to come in here and win the game. Look, Vegas is not going to have Darren Waller. He's not traveling. Vegas is 6-9 against the spread this season. Indy's 10-5 against the number. They're 4-4 at home against the spread, but they've covered their last 3 games, including the game against the Patriots. Big win against Arizona last week on the road as 3-point dogs, winning the game outright. And I know Vegas just went on the road to Denver and got a big win. I know they beat Cleveland at home. They've won 2 games in a row. I understand that. I just think this is asking a lot of Vegas to go in and to play a team like Indianapolis that will do a lot of the things they have a tough time stopping. And Jonathan Taylor is just an incredible mismatch for this defense. I just don't think Vegas has enough to stop this team. They give up 115 yards on the ground per game. That's 19th in the NFL, so they're kind of at the bottom of the end of the barrel here. 4.2 yards per rush is outside the top 10. You got a 5.1 yards per rush in Jonathan Taylor and 154 yards on the ground. I just don't think the Raiders score enough, and Indy's defense is playing really well at home. Just 21 points given up per game. I just don't like Vegas's chances here. I'm going to pull this down from 8.5 down to 2.5. Indianapolis minus 2.5. Dallas minus 0.5 point. Minus 120. 1 unit teaser for me here on a Sunday. All right. So we've got Cincy plus 4.5 for 1 unit. We've got the Titans minus 3 for 1 unit. And we have a teaser with the Cowboys and the Colts for a teaser at minus 120. 2-leg teaser. I'll have the Wong teaser and the 4-player props all still to come for you guys coming up here for the podcast. Sorry, for the live stream coming up later on today here for that. So, okay, podcast has been hot. Let's see if we can keep going here. Hopefully things stay the way that they are. They're not going to, but let's have some fun and enjoy it while it's still going on. It's been cool. So, good run we're on right now. I'll talk to you for the live stream, 11 a.m. Eastern time for Dan Harris and myself off the BettingPros YouTube channel. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it's the Daily Juice Podcast. Always being brought to you by BetMGM.